Welcome back to The Search is Over, an iGEMStv podcast. I'm John Fitzgerald and happy to be your guide to engaging movies and series. This week we're highlighting the best films and series about food, from narrative dramas to competitive cooking series. Neil Patrick Harris returns to TV in one of the best roles yet, and a charming British comedy comes to streaming almost 2 years after its premiere at the Venice Film Festival. So let's start there, kicking things off with The Duke. In 1961, a 60-year-old taxi driver steals Goya's portrait of the Duke of Wellington from the National Gallery in London. He sends ransom notes saying that he'll return the painting if the government invests more in care for the elderly. A delightful and endearing British comedy that uses its real-life story to explore issues of social class, old age, and the role of art. Jim Broadbent and Helen Mirren bounce off each other with hilarious chemistry in the final fictional film by acclaimed director Roger Mitchell. Here's the trailer.
Will the defendant please stand? Kempton Bunton, you were charged that on the 21st of March 1961, you stole from the National Gallery a priceless portrait of the Duke of Wellington by Francisco José de Goya.
Not very good, is it?
We're convinced that the Goya has been stolen by a highly professional, international criminal gang.
Mind your boomers!
Almost certainly a trained commando.
You all right? Bit of biscuit. One problem.
What's that?
Your mother. I can explain.
I'm shaken.
It's the shock.
Shock, yes, I'm shocked. There's a stolen masterpiece in my wardrobe.
What's he actually asking for?
£140,000.
For what?
Charity.
Good grief.
I'm living with a madman.
I'm tackling social injustice. I'm like Robin Hood.
You're an idiot.
The taxpayer paid for that painting. They could have given thousands to war widows and pensioners. It's for the greater good of mankind.
Mankind? What about your own kind? How long will you get?
I don't know. 10 years.
You could have told me. We could have dealt with it together.
You married young.
I had to marry.
I had to marry.
It was love.
He is not a thief. He borrowed your Goya to do a bit of good in this world.
You can see The Duke on Apple TV, Google Play, Vudu, and Amazon. Next up, The Day the Music Died, the story of Don McLean's American Pie. 50 years after its release, Don McLean shares the secrets behind his iconic song American Pie, one of the great musical touchstones of the 20th century. One of the most famous and enduring songs in American history is celebrated, dissected, and reinterpreted in this thoughtful documentary that examines the song's role in music past, present, as well as its effect on singer Don McLean half a century after its original release. Here's the trailer.
This could quite possibly be the greatest song in music history.
I love the melody. He takes you on a journey.
Long time ago.
It really is timeless.
I can still remember how that music used to make.
No one's ever written anything like it since.
Bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry.
I wrote all the verses in like an hour, like a genie out of a bottle.
This'll be the day that I die.
I knew I had a tiger by the tail.
Did you write?
Everything took off like a rocket.
It went to #1 so fast.
American Pie blew up the world.
Bible tells you so.
One day I opened the paper up and there was this story. Buddy Holly was now dead. The happy 50s were over.
Well, I know.
We had assassinations, the war in Vietnam. The country was in psychic shock.
With the turmoil today, American Pie is still very up to date.
I've never talked about this in this song all these years.
You could see The Day the Music Died on Paramount+. And finally, Not Okay. A misguided young woman who is desperate for friends and fame fakes a trip to Paris to update her social media presence. A terrifying incident takes place in the real world, which becomes part of the imaginary trip and offers all she wants. Rising star Zoe Deutsch gives one of her funniest and most uncompromising performances yet in the scathing satire on social media and the role it plays in building celebrity and reshaping real events. Here's the trailer.
Danny! Yeah? Had a chance to read that article you sent me. What'd you think? You don't feel like it comes off a little tone-deaf? Offensive, even?
I don't feel like you take me seriously as a writer.
That's because you're not a writer. You're a photo editor. Okay.
Have you ever wanted to be noticed so badly? Hi, Mom. You wanna hang out tonight? Oh. You didn't even care what it was for. Colin!
Oh, shit. What up, honey?
Danny, from work.
Danny.
Yo, Colin! I love your videos, man.
Thanks, B. So, what are you?
I'm a writer. I'm looking to develop my work by traveling. Going to Paris for it.
Shit. Hey, get pics.
I'm gonna get lots of pics. Yeah, I'll throw them all up on the gram.
Right.
Shit. Hey, Mom! I got invited to a writer's retreat in Paris. Yes, really. Starting my morning right. Now, where's my baguette?
We have some breaking news at this hour. A string of terrorist attacks struck Paris this morning, leaving dozens dead and many more injured.
Oh, fuck.
Flight 2677 now arriving.
Danny? Danny, she's okay!
We are here with the girl of the moment. You've been blowing up our Insta feed. Speaking of bombings.
Oh my God, you're the girl from the Paris attacks.
Let's not forget the signature red beret.
Hi, I'm Danny.
Rowan, welcome to group.
We're all survivors here. Do you want to share?
Oh.
If you're not okay, that's okay.
The internet likes to turn victims into villains.
Oh no, doesn't seem to be happening to me.
You should be prepared if it does. We need to talk. Be careful what you fucking wish for.
So what, are we supposed to feel bad for you?
You could see Not Okay on Hulu. And on the series side, we kick things off with Surface. A traumatic head injury leaves Sophie with extreme memory loss. In her quest to put the pieces of her life back together, with help from her husband and friends, Sophie begins to question the truth behind her picture-perfect life. A fractured and continually twisty journey through its main character's memories makes for an exciting and compelling limited series. Lead actress Gugu Ra gives a powerful performance in the lead with a terrific ensemble cast and some of the best direction in TV of the year. Here's the trailer.
Do you know what it feels like to not remember anything? Everyone keeps telling me who they think I am.
It's a fresh start.
But if my life was so perfect, why did I try to end it?
Sophie, it's time to move forward.
But I need to know what really happened.
We do know.
No, we think we know, based on what we think happened. What if I didn't jump? Was there anything unusual about that day?
You were saying all kinds of crazy things. A man pushed you from the boat, your ID said one name, and you kept insisting it was something else.
It's the darkest hour.
People with perfect lives don't usually jump off of ferries. Day of the accident, your husband's alibi is a lie.
If you're starting to remember some things, that must be really scary.
Sometimes it's hard not knowing your own secrets.
We can't just
pretend we're new people or that the past doesn't exist.
You really don't remember, do you? Your husband's not who you think he is.
Why did you lie?
She's starting to ask questions I can't answer.
Maybe I was wrong about everything.
You can see Surface on Apple TV+. Next up, Uncoupled. A man has had his life turned upside down after his partner walks out on him after 17 years. Neil Patrick Harris returns to television in this funny, modern take on the frustration and excitement of trying to find new romance after a long relationship falls apart. Here's the trailer.
Hey, birthday boy. Gosh, the tension in your shoulders is off the charts. What's going on?
I took my clothes and some things, and I moved out.
After 17 years, my boyfriend told me he was leaving me.
What? After you?
Yup.
And he kept saying, oh, I'm officially out of the fan club.
Do you have any idea what it's like to be single again for a gay man at my age?
I can see it's really taking its toll.
Are you still gonna be okay to show Christie Street tomorrow? You know I got you, right?
Thanks, but work is what's going to keep me sane.
Hello, Michael.
That's Claire Lewis. She and her husband are getting a divorce. They're selling everything, including the apartment.
Hey.
God, why are you jumping up at me like that? The second I walk in the door, gives me flashbacks when I had to raise my children.
I know you're going through a lot right now, but Michael, you need to embrace it. Let's get out here and show these boys what you got.
3 vodka sodas, please. What do you guys want?
I'm blowing up.
Look how many guys in the club are on Grindr right now.
Wait, are you offering me a pity 3-way? Good luck, and, thanks, I guess.
Man, do you love him for the dick of the date?
The great debate of all time.
Wow.
I remember you had that boyfriend.
About that.
We're not together anymore. You are absolutely a person worth loving.
I think it gets better with age.
You can see Uncoupled on Netflix. Next up, 3 Families. In 2019, Northern Ireland's restrictive abortion law was lifted. This dramatization tells the compelling real stories of the families behind the controversial campaign. A 2-part miniseries that illustrates the struggles and pain of the different women and families who fought to end Northern Ireland's abortion laws and make it a permanent right. Even more heart-wrenching today than it was when it first premiered in Britain a year ago. Here's the trailer.
I never knew it was possible to want anything this much. I'm pregnant. Please don't say anything. I can say I'll help you.
In Northern Ireland, it's one of the most restrictive abortion laws in the world.
She said she was from child protection. She knew everything.
Do you think what we did was murder?
I don't know.
I am carrying a baby with no chance of life.
Your baby's lungs have no room to develop. We'll have the termination.
Well, you know that's not going to happen. Not in this hospital.
There were just some pills from the internet.
How long will I get? The maximum sentence is 5 years.
If I don't qualify, then who does?
I just can't sit back and do nothing, knowing there are other women and families going through the same thing.
You can see 3 Families on Sundance now. And we do have a Black Diamond this week with Santa Evita. A series of surreal events prevents the burial of Eva Perón, the First Lady of Argentina, as various political factions attempt to use the image of her body for their own secretive campaigns. This series was shot in the Spanish language and is available with English subtitles. From executive producer Salma Hayek comes this wildly entertaining miniseries that melds fact and fiction as it follows Perón's corpse and its movements from one faction to the next. Though absurd on the surface, the show illustrates the chaos of the mid-20th century Argentine politics and the struggle between the labor-friendly movement of the Perón couple and the right-wing factions of the Argentine military. You could see Santa Evita on Hulu. And it's summertime, and with an assortment of food-themed observances this month, you got Chili Dog Day, Today's Chicken Wing Day, National Avocado Day on Sunday, and it's National Culinary Arts Month and National Grilling Month. We pulled together a collection of the best movies and series where food is the subject, from narrative classics like Big Night to the more health-conscious docs like Forks Over Knives. From competition cooking series like Master Chef to recent highlights like The Bear and Julia. Pull up a chair, grab a plate, and have a taste. And that's a wrap for the iGEMStv Guide this week. Hope you have a great weekend, enjoy these iGEMS selections, and until next time, the search is over.